Hello, YouTubers, Doom143. Before I get into my comic haul, which is probably what we came here for, I just wanted to thank everybody in the YouTube comic community for buying books and donating. A lot of people even donated without even buying any books at all. I just wanted to thank everybody who participated in that. And because we were able to raise $520 on our own, and my company is going to double that. So we'll be able to provide the Houston Food Bank, their Hurricane Harvey victims relief thing, with $1,040 worth of donations. And from my understanding, $500 will provide 1,500 meals. So we gave them 1,000, so that's 3,000 meals that as a YouTube comic community and my company will be able to provide. So $520 is the gift that we gave them, and it's kind of cool because as soon as you do the transaction, like the CEO of the Houston Food Bank writes this nice letter, and it shows that your donation amount of $520. So just wanted to thank everybody for participating. I hope your books arrive well. Some people, I gotta admit, I tried to make it weigh as less as possible because I guess my shipping was pretty cheap. I didn't realize how good my shipping cost prices were because like some people got some deals as far as like shipping goes, because I had to pay priority. So a lot of people who paid like $3, even $4, actually got like $6 worth of shipping. But some people, I really tried to make it as light as possible. So some of them ended up in envelopes that I usually don't do. The internal content should be fine. The comics are packed tightly, bubble wrapping and all of that stuff. But some of them, came in an envelope, which I don't normally do at all, because I'm an eBayer myself. I sell books and I never do it that way. But just to help with the shipping and kind of take down the weight, some people might have got stuff in an envelope. So I hope it comes out. If you have any problems with your books, don't be afraid to let me know or to call me out on it. And don't personal message me. You can use that same email. Actually my email is thedoom143@gmail.com. So if you have any problems, just let me know. If you're not satisfied, we can figure out something. And yeah, but don't be a dig about it, you know what I mean? But yeah, if it's an actual problem, let me know if it's a valid problem, because I kind of felt bad for the people I had it on the envelope. All right, let's get to the comic haul. Hello YouTubers, Doom143, and again just wanted to say mahalos to everybody that participated in that Houston Food Bank donation fundraiser kind of a spiel that we had this past week. $520, that's really awesome, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm gonna be honest, man. The stack is pretty big, and these are books that I bought maybe about the past 2-3 weeks ago. So just want to get right into it. Hopefully enjoy long hauls, because this might be one of them. If not, by all means, watch it later, and you can always go back into your history, and that's the best way to kind of go back to and just start over from where you left off. Alright, so this is Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 27. I bought a reprint a while ago. I think it was like number 89. Same title, but number 89, which was the reprint of this book. I was really interested to find out how Nick Fury lost his eye, because supposedly in the Captain Marvel movie that's coming up, he's going to have two eyes. So I just thought that was interesting that it's possible they're going to explain in the MCU how he loses his eye. But in this book alone, he actually just loses it from a grenade shrapnel. So, spoiler alert, I guess. So, yeah, picked up this book, Sergeant Fury and Howling Commandos, number 27. Great book. Always wanted to know how he lost his eye. So, there we go. I went to a website that I normally peruse every once in a while. They usually have some good deals. I think the next three books were like $2 or $3 a piece. Really great stuff. So I found this X-Men 505, just a really nice Greg Land variant. Just thought it was beautiful. Had to pick it up. Found this X-Men 527, Women of Power. Just thought that was a great book as well. For $2-3, couldn't go wrong. Shipping for everything was like $5, so totally had to pick those up. But the book that I was actually really, it just kind of blew my mind that I found it for $4. Actually, this one was X-Men #1, the J. Scott Campbell Midtown exclusive. This book can command anywhere from 25 to $40, you know, and to pick it up for $4, super stoked on that. Great book. Not the best J. Scott Campbell cover, but you know, he's such a hot artist right now that almost anything that he does is kind of flying and kind of selling. So great book to have. Super stoked, especially for $4. Just cannot go wrong with that one. You guys may have heard, if you watch past couple of videos, I was talking about Hack and Slash #1 as being a super early work from Jenny Frison. Sorry. Of course, this is not the cover from Jenny Frison. This is cover A, but this is cover B. So the last time I actually showed it, it was a second print of cover B. This is the actual normal cover B print. So this is a Hack and Slash #1. I think her first comic cover work was from Grim Fairy's Tale, and I think this is her second ever. I think her second or third ever cover that she's ever done in a comic. So yeah, usually when artists get really popular, some things that people like to find is their early stuff. So this is definitely a super early one. All right, next book. I gotta give credit where credit is due to. I think you pronounce his name Tu Moore. All right, so this is a Summer of Spider-Man. I guess this was a free comic, but you can find it on eBay now. It goes, you know what? Honestly, I forgot what I paid for this. I didn't pay too much. I got all excited when I saw it on Tu's one. But the reason I picked this up is, so the Captain Marvel movie is coming out, and you know, right now, Avenging Spider-Man #9 is kind of heating up, along with all the Miss Marvel and anything that has to do with Carol Danvers. But Avenging Spider-Man #9 is the book that definitely a lot of people are going for because of the whole Captain Marvel thing. But I thought this was interesting. I saw this in the hall, Summer of Spider-Man. So this right here is the actual cover of Avenging Spider-Man #9, and this book right here predates Avenging Spider-Man #9. And so I don't know what you call that. Not necessarily a first appearance, but a what is the word I'm looking for? Drawing a blank. But it's one of those books, you know, kind of like Malibu Sun 13, or I think Invincible has a lot of those books where it's the first appearance of Invincible, but not necessarily the quote-unquote first appearance. So I just thought this was a really cool book. Yeah, and I got it at a pretty decent price. I didn't pay too much for it, but really happy. There's a LCS down here, and the reason I went to it was actually for the last 3 books, but I'll show what else I picked up over there. It's this used bookstore, record store. I found this one, Avengers 195. This is the cameo for Taskmaster. I always was hoping Taskmaster would somehow appear in one of these Deadpool movies and stuff like that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's any way they're going to do it, but I always kind of wanted it, and I thought he was a really cool character. If you don't know who Taskmaster is, he can actually watch, I guess, a superhero. If I'm saying this right, he can kind of watch a superhero, and he can mimic their moves and stuff. And but that's why he always had a hard time with Deadpool, because Deadpool is so unpredictable. But anyway, so Avengers 195 cameo of Taskmaster. I don't know. I feel like talking tonight, so excuse me if this video goes a little longer than usual. Actually, you know what? All my videos go long. All right. Green Arrow, Black Canary 17. Simply picked it up for the cover. I thought it was pretty gnarly. Just thought it was crazy. Has some psycho ex-girlfriend stuff right there. Green Arrow 51. I'm assuming you guys, if you do follow me, you know why I picked this book up. Simply because a superhero in the rain. That's really about it. I found these two books for $1 a piece. Really happy with that. I found this one for $2. I was really happy with this one. Because this one's actually in really nice condition. 1982, so it's an early direct edition. The direct editions from pretty much from 79 to 82s are really on the lower printed run. Man, I'm having a hard time talking tonight. I don't know what my problem is. Alright, so it's on a lower printed run. Anyway, this is the second appearance of Rocket Raccoon, Incredible Hulk 272. How much did I? Oh, $4. Okay, it doesn't go for much, but you know, I just thought it was pretty cool, just kind of fight it out in the wild. Avengers 486. Maybe some of you guys might know, maybe you guys might not know, but this book it really doesn't go for anything at all. But it's a very interesting book because of the content within the first couple of pages, and let's just say Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of gets down, and they show a part where Ant-Man was basically going down on the Wasp, but he's like super small. So that's what this book right here is actually known for. Plus, it's a great J.G. Jones cover. But yeah, Avengers 486. I think I bought it for $1 or $2. So I just had to pick it up just because I never owned it and I knew about the content in this book right here. All right, so huge speculation time, right? So this is Ronin number 11. So the original. Okay, I hope I got my story right. I should have it right. So the original Ronin is a person named Maya Lopez, and this is the first appearance of Ronin. But the interesting thing is, in the new Avengers number 4, there's a variant with Ronin on it. So I gotta be quite honest, I have not read number 4. I actually just bought it last week, so it's supposed to be coming in. It actually goes for a little bit, and but I was trying to do my research as the first appearance of Ronin, so I got New Avengers number 11. So, but it's kind of interesting because the spec play on New Avengers number 11 is that in the Avengers 4 or this new Avengers movie that's coming up, Hawkeye is actually supposed to be Ronin. So I was, I really wanted to do some research on when the first time Hawkeye, because Hawkeye was actually Ronin for a bit. And you know what's funny is if you actually do some history in Hawkeye, they kind of play him down in the MCU, but he's actually kind of badass. Like, he's actually kind of badass. Like, I think I read a part where he was actually Captain America at one point. Like, that's how crazy he was. And he's actually led some pretty awesome teams. So I was kind of glad to do some research on Hawkeye and his history because it gave me a whole new respect for the guy. I thought he was just a guy who just never misses with a bow and arrow, but he's actually kind of sick. But anyway, so the speculation for the next Avengers movie is that Hawkeye is supposed to come back as Ronin, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So I really wanted to do 26, which is I guess the beginning part of where Hawkeye starts turning into Ronin. But if you actually read the book, there's nothing on it. This is just out of Civil War, I think, or was it Secret Wars? One of those wars was just out of it, and so all the heroes are still kind of getting over the whole situation. I think it was Civil War. Yeah, it was. They're just kind of just getting over that whole situation, so nothing's really cleaned up yet. And so I think Hawkeye's like in Tokyo or something like that. And anyway, long story short, this has nothing to do with it. So of course I read it, and just in case, I actually read it in the comic. I actually read it in the comic shop. So just in case, I picked up New Avengers number 27. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on in number 27 because Captain America actually told Daredevil, and it's kind of funny because it goes back to another spec that I talked about a while ago, where Captain America will come back in the Avengers movie as Nomad. And so I picked up the first appearance of Nomad quite a while ago. But anyway, again, so Captain America is talking to Daredevil, Matt Murdock, as you know, coming and jumping on the Avengers team. And I guess Matt Murdock just has so much things going on right now that he's all like, dude, I can't do the Avengers thing. And he goes, plus, people already know so much about me. If I join the Avengers, I'm going to put you guys in danger as well. So, where Captain America is no longer Captain America, it might be Nomad, he kind of insinuates and kind of tells Daredevil that, hey, you know, there was a time that I wore a whole new costume, and you know, you can do the same thing. Daredevil actually says no, but he goes, you know what, I know somebody else. So again, this one right here, Ronan goes and tries to attack basically the Hand and Elektra and all of that stuff, but she fails, and so she's like sending like an email to Matt and saying, if you get this email, that pretty much means I'm dead. Anyway, so she's all like, if you can't, send me help. So the Avengers team comes in, right? You got Luke Cage. At that time, it was like Luke Cage, Spider-Man. But you also see Ronan. So another Ronan comes in and starts battling. And it never says that it's Hawkeye, but it is Hawkeye. But yeah, it's a very interesting story. There's actually the first time that Luke Cage met Elektra is actually in this book as well. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I know that was pretty long-winded, but just reading those two books like really opened up my eyes to what the possibilities might happen in the Avengers movie. And I just watched The Defenders, and I know Elektra met Luke Cage. They met each other, and I just thought that was interesting because it seemed like how it read was that this was the first time that Luke Cage met Elektra, because Elektra tried to stab Luke Cage, and he's all like, I'm presuming you're Elektra. Well, just to let you know, I have like unbreakable skin. So yeah, pretty cool. Luke Cage also kicks her in the vajayjay too in that book. I found this one for $2. This is actually kind of pretty hot right now. So this is the first time Daniel Hall is Dream. So this is Sandman number 69. Really hot book with the whole, is it the Meadow thing that's going on right now? But it's a pretty hot book. The first appearance is number 22, but this is the first appearance of him as Dream. So yeah, pretty hot book. Found it for $2. I think it goes for about 20. So awesome. My wife tried to help me out where she could. This one is not the pink signature one, but she picked it up. So very glad to have this one. So at this LCS, I actually did some hunting, I think the week before, and mainly just variant hunting and just really cool covers. It was kind of nice to go back to a comic shop and just look for stuff that I like and not worry about stealth buys or anything like that. So some of these books I found Black Cat, number 1 of 4. Just a beautiful Amanda Connors cover. Gorgeous. Just a gorgeous cover that Amanda Connors did. I'm not the biggest Amanda Connors fan, but every once in a while she does surprise me, so that was pretty cool. I found this Magic book, number 1. I think all of these I got for cover price, so you know, even if they don't pan out to be anything, it's all good. Just really great covers. It is really nice to just kind of go into a comic shop and just kind of look and not worry about stuff every once in a while. I thought this cover was super interesting. Astonishing X-Men number 2. You got everybody, man. You got like Old Man Logan. You got Rogue, Archangel, just everybody. Just a beautiful Torque cover, and I don't know what it is. I kind of gravitate towards like yellow covers for some reason, so this was an easy find for me. Got this a while ago. I just thought this was just a really incredible, no pun intended, just a really incredible variant. Incredible Hulk number two. This plays off of the Demon in a Bottle kind of a swipe, so it's called Monster in a Body. Just a really great cover. I just thought it was sick. I haven't been on YouTube long enough to see if anybody has shown this, but recently I don't think anybody's shown this, but I just think this cover is just phenomenal. Like, this cover is just crazy. And actually this cover not got me in trouble, but it really started getting me to find like other Hulk variants. So I just picked a whole bunch of them up, some on eBay, just started going to comic shops, just trying to find just like incredible Hulk variants that I just really enjoy. Of course, the Adi Granoff one is the one I definitely want. In Hook Lee has a really nice one I already have, but I just really enjoyed this cover, man. I just thought it was just a simple, just a badass cover. And I found this one again, not a big ticket book, but really just a nice cover from Mike Deodato. This Mighty Thor 15 variant. I just thought it was such a great job. I love this. Not it's not really a simple cover, but I just really like this cover, and I had to pick it up. I think it was really just the colors of the reds and the purples and the lightning in the background. I just thought it was awesome. It was super sick. But while I was digging, I was actually super stoked to find, I think, this one. I think I found this at the shop. I might be drawing a small blank. But anyway, Sam Alexander. This is his first appearance in a variant. So this is a new Nova, and I think if you guys know, I'm really on this whole champion kick right now. Anybody that's connected with the champions, I'm really trying to find their first appearances and if they have a variant. So Amadeus Cho, you got Kamala Khan, Sam Alexander, Viv Vision, and Miles Morales. Of course, is probably Miles Morales and Kamala Khan is definitely the big ticket one. But this is a new one that I found, Marvel Point One variant edition, first appearance of Sam Alexander. So again, just wanted to pick up those first appearances of the champions. And I got this a while ago too. All of these books actually I got a while ago. Darth Vader 4, just a really great cover. So I actually talked about this book a while ago on a contest, but I'm just going to talk about them real quickly. So one of the other speculations that's been going around, well, it's not even a spec, it's going to happen, is Han Solo is going to come out with his own movie. It's going to be a solo movie. I'm assuming it's going to be about everything probably before he met Luke Skywalker. So it's kind of like a Han Solo prequel on how, just his adventures and stuff like that. So this is Star Wars number 2. This is the first appearance of Han Solo, first appearance of Millennium Falcon, and first appearance of Chewbacca. So just a really great book to own right now. I think they go for about $15 a piece, roughly, depending on condition. They seem to kind of go right around there for a really nice, good copy. Not good as far as a grade, right? Like a really nice copy can fetch about 15-20 bucks. So it's still an affordable book. But I actually got 3 of them, and I found all 3. I don't know if it'll stand or not. Probably not. But anyway, I found all 3 for like 15 bucks all together, so $5 a copy. So really stoked to have found that, and cannot wait for that movie to happen. Still talking about Star Wars. So this book right here, holy crap, I am beside myself. I cannot believe that I found this book, and yeah, I had to pick it up. I talked about this book in a contest that just happened. I don't want to get the name wrong of who the contest was, but we had to show our 4 latest pickups. So this is Star Wars Clone Wars. It says Dark Horse 100, but if you were to look it up, it's Clone Wars number 1. There's only 1,000 copies of this book right here. And this is the first appearance of Asako Tano, who's a apprentice of Anakin Skywalker. And she was a young enough apprentice that she could definitely, and from what I understand, this whole Clone Wars series is canon. So that means she's canon. So she could definitely end up in the next Star Wars movie. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Of course, it's all, speculative and stuff like that. But this book is hot. If you can find this book under $100, man, pick that sucker up. It's a great book to own. Of course, buy what you like. Don't buy just because I said to buy it. But yeah, if you can find this book for $20, no matter what, whether you like Star Wars or not, pick that sucker up. Every once in a while, one will fall through the cracks. So, Star Wars Clone Wars #1. Cannot believe I have this. Such a great book to have. Oh, okay. So, I think we all heard on Netflix, they're pretty much canceling all the Disney stuff. All the Marvel stuff is leaving. So, they're going to replace it with Malar World. And so there's a list of books that kind of came out that, again, using this word speculative, that might be showing in the Malar World Netflix. So they mentioned stuff like Huck, Reborn, and there's some other books that Malar did. So one of the ones that they listed was Jupiter's Legacy, which is a very interesting story about the kids of superheroes. And so this is Jupiter Legacy #1. Again, another Midtown Comics J. Scott Campbell exclusive. Found this on the cheap. As soon as they talked about Malar World, I tried to pick up all the #1s of all the Malar stuff that possibly could happen on Netflix, and he actually has a really good list. Like, it's amazing the list of books that he's been affiliated with. But this is Jupiter Legacy #1. What else we got? Oh, check this out. I found myself another copy for like super cheap. This copy is really nice. There's a little, it's not even a smudge. It's a printing error. So I guess when it printed it, it did that. But yeah, Daredevil 168, first appearance of Elektra. I was able to get this at a really, I would say about 50% of what it's actually worth. And again, 1980 direct edition. So lower print run than the newsstands, and just cannot be happy enough to own this book. Again, I've said this before. 1979, 1980, 81, maybe a little bit of 82. All the books that were delivered to the comic stores were printed way less than was actually in the newsstand. So very proud to have this Daredevil, one at a really good price, two direct edition from 1980. So super stoked. First appearance of Elektra. Glad to have her back. I actually had to trade my original one off for something. It really doesn't matter. I got myself another copy, All New Wolverines #2, first appearance of Gabby. This book is hot. This book is hot, hot, hot. The All New Wolverines #2, just a regular cover, can fetch $5 to $10. The second print can also fetch anywhere between 10 and 15. This right now can fetch a good $75, $80. So yeah, super stoked to have found this again at a comic shop at a really good price. All New Wolverines #2, first appearance of Gabby. Just really great book to own right now. It's a little pricey. You could probably wait, but then again, who knows if she gets super big. This book will go up. It's a great cover too, and the colors on this is just popping, man. Those pinks are just definitely popping. The pinks and the yellows, shit. All right. I just said shit on a comic haul. All right. So the last couple of books. I'm actually kind of new to. Let me just put something up. I'm actually kind of new to the whole Instagram community. Awesome community, by the way. And the cool thing is, there's a lot of people that sell books for great prices. And one of my favorite guys so far has been Evan Leahy. I think it's Evan Leahy or Leahy. He had the last book is what he had for sale, and he gave it to me at a really good price. And he actually gave me all of these books for like a super good price. Like it's amazing what I got for the price that I paid. Like I'm not gonna say the price because I'm not too sure if it's confidential if you wanted people to know, but let's just say I got a really good price for all of these books. So this is Iron Fist #2. I slept on this one. I didn't pick this one up, but this is a variant. And man, this one is, I mean, obviously it's all solid black. No spine ticks whatsoever. Sharp corners. Beautiful 9/8 candidate for sure. He gave me this Saya Scarlet Witch. I love Saya I heard about it through actually Freddy's. Freddy's introduced me to Saya Freddy's is really good when it comes to artists and stuff. But he introduced me to Saya about a year back, and I've been a huge fan ever since. So Scarlet Witch #3 variant, just a gorgeous Saya cover. This one was pretty cool. This Bat Babe #2. This is early Adam Hughes work. It's a spoof comic, of course. It's not like Marvel DC. It's actually a spoof comic, but early Adam Hughes stuff. I'm glad to have this. And this one was crazy. This one was crazy. Vampirella Strikes #1. Manara, Milo Manara. Like his stuff goes for bucks, man. And such a great artist. Like such a great artist. And yeah. Man, it was such a good deal, and I just couldn't believe it. But anyway, those are like, he actually packaged all of those books with this last one right here, which I am super effing. Oh yeah, finally got myself a copy. I didn't realize this is pretty J. Scott Campbell heavy. This is probably my most J. Scott Campbell heavy haul that I ever did. But yeah, so Deadpool versus X-Force, #1, J. Scott Campbell. Soaking it in. I'm just soaking it in right now. Love, love, love this book. I've been wanting it for a while, and finally pulled the trigger. Alright guys, I know that was a super long haul. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, cannot thank everybody enough for all the donations. It went off really well. Again, $520 we donated to the food bank, and again my company is doubling that, so $1,040 to help those victims of Hurricane Harvey. There are some friends, of course, that were affected by Florida. I talked to the people that I know. It seems like everybody's cool, so that was really awesome that it didn't go as crazy as Harvey's one. So really, really happy about that. All right, as always, the rest of the community, shoots, and mahalos.